Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fuel for Success. It's Mike and Matt, and it's Thursday, the 27th of February, and it is episode number 42 coming at you today on this Thursday. We're going to be talking about business and business development and entrepreneurship.
Nice song in the background, Mr.
Nice
Hopkins.
song in the background, Mr.
What about it?
It's good to have you on the show.
Hey, you know what?
Good to have
Oh,
You
yeah.
shared a lot of really good content. We're going to be having him back on a lot, especially for Thursday's show. But right now, we're working on the technology of having a third person on the video because of Spreecast seems to kind of lower quality a little bit when you get three people going. But we'll fix that. We got Mike Hopkins here in our corner. It's like having LeBron James on your basketball team. What do you got to worry about? You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I'm such a nerd that the number 42 has special significance to me. And I don't know if anyone on this broadcast right now is nerdy enough to know why that's a special number. If you are, um, type it in the chat box and I'm going to send you a free gift.
I can't. I'm not nerdy enough, bro. It doesn't add up to 11, so I'm lost.
Yeah, well, you have to be sort of nerd level at least 8.
Favorite
What's this now?
cups? Just letting you know. Of all the cups in my house, favorite cups.
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
You know what my favorite cup is? Whichever one holds my coffee.
Come on with it. That's a rugged man for you right there.
It doesn't even have to be clean.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt today because we had a cold front come through Tampa. All of you northerners keeps pushing your weather down our way. Leave us alone down here, will you? We're doing good. We like our 70.
I'm in shorts.
Yeah, you're in short sleep probably because you have the heat on. I had the air. I woke up with the air conditioning on this morning, 69, and needless to say, it was pretty cold.
Actually, I'm wearing short sleeves because it's only single digits below zero. I think it's only 9 degrees below zero right now. So it's a
Did
heat
you have
wave.
any dreams last night when you slept by chance?
Yes, actually. Why do you ask?
Who knows? I've never asked in 42 episodes, so maybe there's a reason. Do share.
It was extremely odd, and I had to dig a grave for someone. It was weird.
Jesus, Mike,
Um,
what'd you eat last night? Like dig an actual grave?
yeah,
Wow, that's kind of scary.
it was
Who
weird.
was it for?
Um,
Please don't tell me it was.
Somebody that, no, it was someone I didn't know.
Thank God, because
How about
I'm
you?
not
Do
ready to go.
you have any dreams? Dreams last
I
night?
dream every night. I actually like go to bed thinking about what I want to dream, and I'm into dreams. I try to remember all my dreams, but have you ever had those dreams that were good dreams and you try to remember it and you can't remember it? All you know is, man, I had a really good dream last night. And then you ever have those dreams when you're like in the dream and you tense up because of the stress of the dream? And you're like thinking it's like you're losing it, right? In the dream, and then that feeling of waking up. There's no better feeling when you wake up from those kind of dreams. Admit it, right? There's none. You just like want to wake up, start
Right.
dancing and do somersaults and like just look in the mirror and scream and be like, ah, thank God it was just a dream, you know? So yeah, I don't remember my dream last night, but I know I had a few because I woke up at 3:47 and well actually I woke up at 1:45, 3:47, and 5:05. So I wake up a lot in the night. Do you wake up?
Sorry, I was just doing math.
Figure out the significant
No, not
hours of
really.
that, huh?
Yeah, I don't typically wake up in the middle of the night except for if my wife has a coughing thing. Sometimes I do. Um,
Well, we always like to start off the show, Mike. First 5 minutes, kind of getting to know each other a little bit and connecting, setting an example that it's sometimes not always about business. It's connect first. Glad to talk to you about dreams. Glad to hear that you're doing well up there. I'm doing good here. Glad everybody's on the show live with us today, my friend. We had a great day yesterday after we pulled the statistics, realizing that in 41 episodes, we've had 25,330 people, 33 people watch Fuel for Success. So to all of you, thank you very much. Mike, that could fill an arena, my friend.
It could. Definitely. That's a lot of views, certainly. And we also, you know what, figured out a way to extract the audio, and so now we'll be putting a link to the audio on every episode as well. So if you're on your phone or your iPod or whatever, you can just listen to the audio while you're at the gym or while you're driving or whatever. And so a lot less bandwidth that way, and just take care of the audio. We'll probably also be putting it on a podcast soon so that you can subscribe to the podcast and get those updates automatically. And probably doing some other cool stuff with it.
Such as maybe 3 letters, starts with an A, ends with a P, maybe. Coming down the road, could be.
Mobile app. We'll be doing a mobile app, iOS and Android.
That would be cool. You know what, Mike?
Bringing.
I don't think we should make it available for Android. Just to show Android users that the way to go is still iPhone. It's up for discussion.
That is a terrible idea.
That's a what?
And it's a terrible
Showed
idea.
you my vision board. Do you believe in vision boards? I've got like everything that sums up my life on this vision board of what I want. Everything.
Is that Gary Vee?
That's Gary Vee, because he motivates me. He wrote a New York Times bestseller. What this represents is my vision to write a New York Times bestseller book. It's my boy Tony Robbins on Success Magazine with that. Bike giveaway, which centers around, what we do with Mission 25. There's my dream beach wedding there. Caleb playing baseball, cruise ship, a lot of cool things. Me giving coffee to the homeless, me and Caleb four-wheeling and jet skiing, just different things like that. My boy Matthew Barnett speaking at the crowd at the Dream Center. So just kind of something I look at every day because I believe in the power of visualization. I think everybody should have a visual dream. I think everybody should think big. I think everybody should shoot for the stars and go beyond the stars. I think if you're going to live one life and you're going to claim to partner with God and you think small, you've missed the boat, my friend. If you're going to partner with God and you're going to live this one life, you better go big. You better dream big, and you better go after it with everything you have. And I mean everything. And I mean everything, right? Because it's going to be over one day, my friend.
That's true. I love the vision board idea. I don't have one. We should make an app for that. Okay. We lost Matt. Apparently he didn't like that idea. Let me see if I can get him back. Meanwhile, I can't believe nobody knows the significance of the number 42 as a nerd. It's okay. Apparently I'm the only one nerdy enough.
What is the significance of 42? And can you do me a favor, quick, kicking me off the show, buddy? If you don't like me anymore, just tell me up front. You know what I'm saying? Was it the vision board?
I said make an app, and I said make a vision board app, and you went away. I thought you didn't like it.
Oh, vision board app is a great idea. But this is just something to look at. It describes the story of my life. And you know what this describes? Fuel for Success. You know why? You know what you see in this vision board? finances, relationships, health, and spirituality. You see all of it here. Literally, that describes my life. So, is David right on the number 42?
David is right. It's the ultimate answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything.
Well, you both are nerds.
Huge nerds.
Especially David. At least you're a cool
David,
nerd.
text me or email me your address, would you?
What are you going to send him?
I haven't decided yet. It'll be good, though.
Send him a Michigan hat.
I might send him a hard cover copy of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. What that reference is from.
Funny right there. Well, Mike, what do we got in store today as we've just spent small talking for 10 minutes, my friend? I feel like the vision board brought some motivation to what we're talking about, though, because pause for a minute. I do believe in vision boards. I believe everybody should have a vision board. You should have, like if you want to go on a vacation somewhere, you need to cut out pictures of where you want to go and you need to start visualizing that. People think I'm funny, but I'm going to tell you right now, one of the secrets to manifesting and having success, and this goes even in God, is visualization. I teach this to my son all the time. I say, Caleb, the most important practice is not hitting, it's not fielding, it's visualizing. You visualize first. God taught this. Without a vision, the people perish. So a lot of the reason why people don't get more of what they want, Mike, is because they don't get a clear picture ingrained in their mind of what they want. You know what I honestly believe? Before I die, all of this stuff will manifest in my life.
I like it. I'm encouraged. I'm actually going to do a vision board now.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to redo mine. This is one I did a couple years ago, but I'm going to add a few things to it. Like I'll add a few things to it because, but yeah, do one, Mike. I want to see yours.
Hey, everybody watching this show, you should do a vision board. Send us pictures of it.
In fact, next Friday or next Thursday, I want everyone to show me your vision boards.
That would rock.
I know Joe Giletti's got to have a vision board. Joe, if you have a vision board, type yes. If you don't, 100 push-ups right now.
Right now. Or whatever MMA people do for push-ups. So,
all right, Joe, you're off the hook, baby. Mike, tell us what we got today, bro. Let's spend the next 17 minutes talking about business and entrepreneurship. I've read over 6 of the questions that came in. When I say they come in, guys, continue to email and text these questions. A lot of them come in through email. A lot of them come in through text. Some of them come in from the chat box off to the side where you guys make comments. I love the interaction, Mike. I'm loving the community of Fuel for Success. This is literally an online community. Friendships are being built here. People are connecting with one another on social media. People are starting to hang out and plan vacations. You know what I've thought about doing, Mike? And this is no joke. Speaking of business and entrepreneurship, here I live in Tampa, okay? I live 10 minutes from the beach, like 15 minutes from Busch Gardens. Like maybe without traffic, if traffic's not bad, I can pull into Disney World in like 50 minutes, maybe an hour. I live in paradise, right? So I thought about, I know that I travel often, and I thought about like renting out my place while I'm gone, really at a very good affordable price. I got a pool, I got all kinds of tea in there. I got a Keurig. What more do you need? You know what I'm saying? And then 10 minutes, you're on the beach. You can hang out downtown St. Pete. I'm thinking about doing that. Why not? Why would I just leave this place empty? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's I'll send you some websites of places.
Websites of what?
There's websites where you can set that up.
See, only Mike would know this. But I probably won't do it. Let's be real about it.
Hmm.
Business idea, that's what you got to know about business and entrepreneurship. You cannot follow every good idea. For example, is that a good idea? Yes. Does it fit in with my priorities and my goals? No. Do I want strangers hanging out in my crib? No. So guess what? Business idea defeated. Put it in the vault with the other 100 good ideas I've come up with. Remember, guys,
exactly.
you gotta stay laser focused. So there's a real live example of how Mike and I process our business minds and ideas. Sometimes we'll think of something. Mike will say, you know what, Matt, that's actually an unbelievable idea. Sometimes he'll start laughing and saying, dude, please tell me you're joking. And vice versa, by the way. Anyways, what's the question for today, Michael?
I've come up with laughable ideas. I don't know. You know what? Ideas are literally a dime a dozen. It's implementation that's the killer. So, hey, the first question I have, could you, we're talking about business and entrepreneurship and growing businesses, prospering businesses. Could you share some, biblical principles that we can apply to help our business prosper?
And I'm going to keep it brief because I know we got to get through these questions. Anybody that wants to be successful in business should marry themselves to the book of Proverbs and follow its teachings and principles, period. So one of them that I will draw out is this scripture in Proverbs that says, see a man diligent in his business, he will stand before kings. Now that is one of the most premier, powerful principles. I do believe you can learn everything you need to know about business in the Bible. One of them is that scripture. See a man diligent in his business, he will stand before kings. Probably one of the absolute requirements to business success is diligence. That's why some fail, Mike. That's why some don't make it, is they're not diligent in their business. And if you stay diligent over a long period of time, even if you have no talent, even if people have more charisma than you and people have better marketing, in the end, diligence is going to win. So there's the answer to that.
It's good. Let me jump to the next question then. If I'm a business owner, what should my focus be?
You know, Mike, I see a lot of business owners lose focus. Focus is a business owner's best friend. So you have to become so ingrained in the word focus because it's something you're going to have to do to succeed. The number one thing that a business person should focus on, an entrepreneur, a CEO, is personal growth. I see way too many of them, Mike, that they start a business and they get busy and they stop growing. And I'm telling you right now, your business, your church, whatever you're going to do in life is only going to grow as much as you are. It's called the law of the lid. And that's why some people leave you, is because they outgrow you. It's not that they don't like you. It's not that they no longer believe in you. It's just that you stayed stagnant and they kept growing. And in order for them to achieve higher, it's the law of the lid John Maxwell talks about. So a business leader, Mike, an entrepreneur, a CEO, his number one priority must be personal growth. It must be attending retreats, seminars, reading books, watching Fuel for Success. That's number one, the number one focus. Number two, Mike, is sales. I think that a lot of businesses lose sight of sales. And once maybe they have a breakthrough or things start going good, you want to know the most dangerous day in your business is when things are going good. That's the most dangerous day. Because when things start going good, people lose their hunger and their drive and their passion and their quality commitment to customer service. Even big companies, they can almost be like, who cares? Say like AT&T. If I call AT&T today and say, well, I'm going to Verizon. They might try to read the script of trying to keep me, but it's not like me going to Verizon today is going to break the CEO's heart of AT&T, but it should. One loss of customers should devastate them. So I think no matter how big you get, you can't lose touch of that passion to want to still provide unbelievable service and value. So that's that. The third thing, and I'm gonna leave it at this, that a CEO or a business owner should focus on is the development of its team. You're only as good as your team. In fact, those closest to you determine your success. That's scary for some of you because you have a supporting cast that's not growing. You have secretary. Listen, if your secretary is not reading books or Googling articles on how to be a better secretary, I would be scared. So you need people around you that are on your team that are also committed to growth, and you as a leader have to invest in their growth. I see a lot of leaders, Mike, that make zero investment training their team. That's why you need to bring in motivational speakers or coaches, or bring your staff to seminars and get them around people that can empower them. So that would be probably, Mike, the top three focuses in my opinion. And obviously we can go into more, but like I said, I'm going to keep it brief. What about you in 1 minute? What do you feel like is something that a business owner should focus on?
Well, I definitely agree with everything that you just said. Especially the personal growth aspect, and I think we even talked about this last week with Joe. The bottom line is if you're not getting sales in the door, there's no business that survives without cash coming in, and without finances, because the bottom line of a business is determined by that. So I think it's easy to lose focus of that, the sales and marketing aspect of it, and even in a business that's not necessarily what I would call a sales oriented sort of a business. When Joe talked about his business with the real estate and that sort of thing, that's a very sales focused sort of a situation, in let's say a tech startup where there's no there isn't really that sales focus. It's not that it's not driven by that. It's still number one most important thing to keep that business alive. And it's easy to lose
I
focus of
believe
that,
that.
especially in technology startups. So
Totally,
I say focus on that.
totally believe that. Since we've already covered it and Joe made his comment, which I appreciate his transparency, Mike, I'm going to tell you what I believe about business, or we can tie church growth into this because they go hand in hand. The church is a business. Um, Friend, I think what I see as a major mistake that entrepreneurs or CEOs or business owners make is they don't have competent, good, detail-oriented secretaries. One thing that I know, Mike, is the key to success for someone that really wants to stay on top of their game and have high-level success is you need an unbelievable, detail-minded secretary. I personally, right now in my life, have two secretaries. And bro, I'm telling you right now, they don't miss details rarely ever. And that helps you so much having secretaries that literally think for you, they literally think for you so you can do high level actions and activities and not be bogged down with meaningless things. And I could go on, Mike, and maybe we should later do a segment on how to find or be a good secretary, because I see too many average secretaries. I'm like, man, I just want to sit down with them and say, look, you're actually probably the most important person in this business. And to your CEO or pastor or whoever, I think that we also need personal assistants. That's not someone that you speak down to, or that's less and oh, that's my personal assistant. That you listen. Sometimes we're too rude to the people we work with. I still believe that no matter if you make $5 million, you still need to use manners. Please, thank you.
Yeah.
Would you be so kind, even on their day off? I just see too many successful people, Mike, that get arrogant and rude, and they still don't communicate with class or respect. So we'll stop there.
It's good. I like what Scott Williams just said, as far as finding out also where the sales channel is. That's It's a good idea. Hey, I've got a couple of other questions on the burner here, Matt, but I've got a couple that came in, one from Joe and one from Christy. Uh, I like Joe's. We have about 5 minutes left, and Joe's asking how he can make $1 million in a year
Or die.
or die.
Joe, let's figure this out because I'd like to make $1 million in a year. Well, you could marry a millionaire. Um, you could buy a life insurance policy on somebody. I don't know, Joe. I mean, you know what, Joe? I tell you how you can make $1 million in a year. You could go crazy in real estate. You could go crazy in sales with a job that gives great commission. You could go crazy with writing a New York Times bestseller book and start getting speaking gigs. Do you know the top motivational speakers make, this is crazy, $50,000 a speech? So add that up and what it would take, how many speeches you would have to give in a year to attain $1 million. So yeah, it's definitely attainable. Actually, believe it or not, Joe, and I know you'll like this, behind me sits every book written about the word millionaire. Literally, there's not a book, not one, at least that's not available in print, that has the word millionaire in it. I own it because I do believe in studying the habits and the traits of millionaires because I'm going to make I don't know what word I want to use. I'm not ashamed to say I'm going to be a millionaire because I need to be a millionaire. To accomplish my vision in life, I need millions. So, Joe, I'm on that path with you, my friend. Let's do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to become a millionaire at all, especially when your heart is in the right place and you're going to use money, what it was supposed to be used for, and that's a tool to change the world, to live a good living, which God is totally okay with, and to serve the kingdom. So, Joe, maybe you should answer that question soon, my friend.
My advice would be to write an app like Flappy Birds.
Thank you. Or how about come up with something like Instagram or maybe Twitter, Mike? Can you write something like Twitter, Mike, that would just go so huge?
I've got an idea on that. We should talk later today. Did you see that Facebook acquired, what was that social media startup for $19 billion, billion with a B? Has 50 employees. They're a social media with 50 million members. And yeah, WhatsApp, I think. That's right, Travis.
Like
And
Google calling us and say, we want to buy Fuel for Success.
yeah, maybe. I've got a different idea on a social media thing.
Get on Oprah. There's this video out there called The Oprah Effect. All the people that became millionaires by getting, listen, Dr. Phil would have never become Dr. Phil without Oprah. Guess what? Dr. Oz would have never become Dr. Oz without Oprah. They all would have been good, but nowhere near the platform they're on right now. So there is something about being at the right place at the right time and connecting with the right people. Straight up.
Hey, actually, I need to rescind what I said before about a tech startup having focus being on sales. If your exit strategy is to sell your 50-person company to Facebook for $19 billion, short-term cash flow probably isn't going to be your focus. Just saying.
That's what I'm saying. If I knew Facebook was going to buy my product for $19 billion, my friend, hey, make all the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches you want. I'll live off the floor. Hear me? I won't even need to buy shampoo. I'll use like this little, I'll shave myself so I won't even have to wash. You know what I'm saying? Not really, but.
Do you realize that Best Buy, with all their stores across the country, their infrastructure and everything, is not even worth $19 billion?
Wow. That's actually wow, that's powerful. But can I tell you this? I haven't shopped or purchased anything from Best Buy in at least 4 years.
Same here.
Because
not a fan.
Never try to put down another business. I don't like that store that we're referring to. How's that? That's nice, isn't it? I just don't like putting down other businesses, but I don't like Best Buy.
I tend to shop other places.
Yes, I would stop juicing, Joe. I would do whatever it took. Nah, I don't know. I mean, I don't. Oh, nice, Seth. Really nice. Really nice.
Seth, you're about to be banned from the show.
Show. I still got some,
Good thing I
Seth.
like it.
Here with it, my man. You know what I believe, Mike?
What's that?
I'm going to close the show with this. It doesn't matter who you are until you develop the right thinking in relationship. And we've talked about this before. With money, you're doomed. You are doomed. And I know a lot of Christians that have wrong thinking about money. And the day that you get your thinking right about cash and money, and the day that you treat money the way it's supposed to be treated and manage it the way it's supposed to be managed, it literally is a spiritual thing. Like, we should talk about money more because it's actually as spiritual in our lives as everything else. Prayer, faith, no joke. Money is something that you study the Bible and the amount of times that the amount of times that God spoke about money. It's staggering. I do have a book, Mike.
Just tried to type it, but Christy, we'll get your question next week.
What was it? I'm curious.
Well, unless you want to answer it now,
Well,
we
depends.
can. If you have an idea, would it be wise to find a company that develops ideas, even though it does cost something to invest, in order to bring your product to market?
Yeah, that's definitely a next week question, Christy, but we will attack it. Okay, guys. Well, as much as we love to keep talking, unfortunately, we do have kind of a standard to try to keep these shows under 30 minutes. So that's why we do it every week. So the good news is we'll be back next Thursday talking about business and entrepreneurship. Yeah, actually, that is a really good book, Joe. I mean, a really, really, really good book. In fact, I've got my son right now, from now until he gets out of high school, he has to read one book about money a month. One book a month about money, because when he turns 18, wow, I want his brain to know what money is really all about and how to really get success if he wants it. I told him the other day, I said, Caleb, if you want to go play baseball, cool. But if you don't go play baseball, you still owe it to God to be highly successful and whatever it is that you're going to do. So literally right now, Mike, he's reading one book a month about money. And I'm going to ingrain it in his brain by the time. I don't think we teach our kids enough about money. Maybe we should go into that next week. But anyways, hey, great job, Mike, yesterday. Thank you so much for giving us the gift of the Fuel for Success on audio now. Thank you so much. We got some cool things coming out with Fuel for Success. We really do. We really got some cool things down the pipeline for Fuel for Success. I'm excited about everyone that's been watching the show. Please do tell your friends about it, your family, your business partners, your coworkers. This is a gift you literally, if you own a business, could give your coworkers. Give them the website, because even if they can't watch live, then they could watch later on the archive at fuelforsuccess.tv. Definitely, Joe, that is one of the ones that he'll be reading for sure. Awesome. Love you guys. Mike, great show today. Enjoyed having you, man.
Thanks, Matt.
God bless you.
Have a great day.